Hello everyone. It's great to be back after few short period of break. But I would like to say of another podcast where I will cover not a lot of topics, but I will share a few things what happens in between that period, and it will be obviously less than 30 minutes, or I will cover it in 10 to 15 minutes. That's what I'm thinking. So the main idea of the making this podcast is to share my experiences, what I have learned, and what I want to share, just to open up with myself. The starting topic, what I would like to start from is, creating the mental habits. Of course, now, the one thing I've realized so far is, people know everything. Everybody knows everything. If you ask a 6-year-old children who knows what Google is, how it works, if you ask him or her any questions, they know it. And everyone knows everything. And that's the problem we are having at the moment. There is no teacher kind of things, no professional. So that person can be the one who we should get knowledge from. And nowadays everyone knows everything, and that's the problem we are having it, man. Everyone is having that problem. And when we are sharing the things that their mental perception doesn't comply with, and we get into trouble. The young guy, whatever he knows, when we share something he doesn't know, he doesn't like, she doesn't like, that's the problem we create. Only few people look into those ideas openly to explore themselves. Only few people will definitely look after a few years how it's going to be like. I've been through the book Principles, and it really explains the kind of people, the one who can see a lot farther and they work towards it, the one who sees nothing but their work, but one who sees next week the best live and their work. There are a lot of kind of people that at the moment, in our society, that's how the society is being designed. And another thing is, I would like to share, when young people like us, start building business, start doing extra things in life, start doing, let's say the one, not the only young people, the people who were doing jobs before. Now, when they start doing their own business, the problem we get into, in my experience, is, the core experience. I was watching a TEDx video from Muhammad Yunus. He's a Nobel Prize winner in Nobel Prize winner. I don't know the exact sector because he was working in microfinances. So I believe in economics. So what he shared is, there are two kind of core system. The first system that we operate is our core system, and there is another system. Now, if you are doing jobs for years, even we start a business, we'll think like a job at first. So let's suppose if you had a girlfriend and you're married now, let's suppose just for example, now you'll think her like a girlfriend, even you are married. But you're married for a certain period of time, you'll think like a wife, less than a girlfriend. So the core value changes over time. So what I mean is, when we are transitioning ourselves from job to business, our core belief system is job. We'll think the business like a job. Why doesn't it pay me this week? Business doesn't do that. Few years. Why doesn't people get it? People doesn't get it. It's a business. A lot of people don't get it. Why I have to learn a lot of new things? Because it's not a job. That's why. You learn something and that's it. That's finished. You don't need to learn more. Now you can work like a robot. It's- You don't have to do it. You don't need to do that. In the business, you learn new things. You adapt through time. When the changes comes in, you are the first one to adapt. When the changes have to turn, you are the first one to, last one to cut the changes. You know what I mean. So the main idea of me sharing this is, having we are no matter which, if we are transitioning ourselves to a new field, the first we're gonna have our core values, core experiences, and that's how we're gonna think. When a businessman start doing a job, he will think like a business. But when a job person start a business, he will think like a job at first. And it has to be transitioning mentally more than the physically, more than the actual thing. And it will take some time. And we need to know it. It's not a magical thing. It's not just gonna just come pop up in your mind in a second. You have to go through the process, and that's how we know. And another thing I would like to focus on is, easy. The word easy. What I would like to focus on this word easy is, when when we think about our tasks, we feel, oh, I have really hard tasks. When we think about our problem, oh, I have really hard problem. Those guys have small problems, that this, that, this, that. And I want to think about our situation, our task, our problems. We think they're not easy. Oh, I have big problems. But when we goes to other people's problems, man, this is the easy thing. Why? Get it done. Just do it. Just do it. Don't worry. But when it comes to other people, we think it's easy. And this is not a like a unknown problem, unknown phenomena. We all know it. We all are victim of it, and we will be victim of it in future. So why I would like to share the easies, Now the perception has to change. Okay, if I was at that point of time doing that, how would my perception should be, or was how I was at that point of time? Was it easy? Was it easy? The first question. If not, then I don't I don't have to expect that it will be easy for other people as well. So that's another thing I would like to share. And another thing I would like to move on is, now the sowing and reaping principle. I'm a big believer in that. Whatever we sow, we reap. That's it. Period. It might take time. It might take some extra time, but it is for sure that whatever we sow, we're gonna reap it. And another thing is, when we have a fertile land, we're gonna have it out on display. That's the part of the life. No matter what we do, there has to be a period where the small grass will be growing in our land. At that point of time, we don't say, oh, we have to grow grass, we have to eat grass, not the rice, not the other things. Oh, grass is the thing that we need to grow on the field. If we become victim of that doubt and display, we lost a lot of things in life. We lost opportunities. We lost a lot of things. But if we start removing one by one, all those uh, grasses, that's when the growth will happen. That's when we know what we actually are giving to our brain. It's it's it's, it's amazing that how we think. And I always listen to John C. Maxwell. It's been few 1 month. I haven't listened to him, but whenever I have free time, I suddenly go to one of one or few of his content. What he says in his one of his books is, what is our what is the main part of our body? Of course, all our body is important, but if we have to divide this and that, We always put brain first. Brain is the main thing, and then the heart, brain, this, that, then guts, then hands, this, that. But when it comes to developing intentionally, giving it the things that we need, we don't think about this part. We think about this part. All right. Whenever we woke up in the morning, we think about this part, not this part. Whenever we sleep, we think about this part. I need to get some rest, not this part. Whenever we are in the daytime, oh, this part, not this part. So when is the time to this part, not this part? Morning, wake up, this part, and then this part. Sleep, this part, and then this part. In the day, when you are in doing in the zone, you have to go through this part, but don't forget to go through this part as well. You know, we have to go through, we have to fertile our land, make it more fertile. As a farmer, if you haven't done any farming, just the example, take an example. As a farmer, you don't want to put one thing and leave your land just like that. You're gonna put lot of seeds, season by season. You're gonna make it more fertile, more fertile. You want to grow more things. That's how it works. It doesn't work if you are a good farmer. If you are not good, then you know what it is. So at the end of the day, we have to make ourselves so open to the opportunities, and there will be few things that will knock out over you. I'm 100% sure about that because there are only few things that will knock out. Oh, hey, this is the opportunity, and all the opportunity we have to knock the door. We have to, and if we are not the kind of person who knock the door, then we will miss all the opportunity, most of the opportunities, and there will be few opportunities where a few people will knock the door for us. And when you miss those opportunities, man, we're gonna miss a lot of things. So at the end of the day, the one thing I will always, I have put myself in my core belief system is, never ever feel bad, good, regret, up, down about other people's decision. Even that person is your closest one. Yeah, I understand that. I don't understand that this another person is really close, was really close to you. That's how why you are feeling attached to them, this, them. I don't know. But when it's their decision, you don't take charge of it. You don't take owner of it. It's their decision, they decided, and you move on, man. So whatever, whoever, if it's not you who took the decision, then don't worry about it. Just work, build your character, go ahead, do good for the society. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much you're gonna make. Of course, it will matter, but we're gonna make some money, man. If I leave, I'm gonna make some money. 100%, I'm gonna make million for sure. But it's not about the money, man. Even if I work 9 to 5, I'm gonna make million. Yes, 100%. But it's not about that. It's about how many people I'm impacting, how many people are impacted because of them. When you think long term, when you think about not only about yourself, you know, when you are not becoming so selfish, so egocentric, that's when the magic happens. And hopefully, this month will be a lot better for everyone. And at the last, I would like to say is whatever I shared today, is my personal experience and my personal thoughts. If you don't like it, okay, and you can close the video, you can close the video. You have always the option. But if you have some feedbacks about it, if you have some question, if you have some suggestions, feel free to write it down. Feel free to message me, whatever you feel easier to do. But I hope you guys will love it, and I'm looking forward to make another one very soon. Over now from here. Good night. Thank you.